Wow. Do you ever get to a place and you think, wasn't I just here like 10 minutes ago? And then when you look at the calendar, you realize, yeah, you were here 24 hours ago, but it feels like it was just a few seconds ago. That's how fast time is moving. And I don't know why it has suddenly become this race to get to someplace. But I don't know if you're like me, but I don't know where it is. I'm here in the car, this vehicle, and we're headed somewhere. I just don't know where the parental figures are taking us. And I keep telling the driver, can we stop? I got to pee. And the driver says, no, you'll pee when you get there. It's just crazy. It's crazy. And now that I've got this thing called long-term COVID, I mean, it's like, okay, is that what the universe is giving me to help slow down time? The body aches, the sinus infections, the things that are happening after COVID. I mean, I hurt worse than I did when I had COVID, and yet I'm using that as a positive tool and saying, you know what? Those are my breaks. I'm going to slow things down a bit, and I'm going to try to take things in without the driver of this vehicle being in control. Hey, it's Arrow. This is The Choice. This is what I was writing while the sun was waking up on a brilliant new day. And today we're reading from, what is it? It's August 26th already, 2022. A great broadcaster here in Charlotte is saying goodbye to television as well as radio. It's a very sad moment in this city because this broadcaster has been here for 20 plus years in radio and as well as television. Very few people in the media ever get to say goodbye. That's just the way that it is. Usually when broadcasters disappear, well, it's because the radio station is going a different direction and they don't get to step up there and say, well, it's been really fun. I've had a great time with you. I think I've only done that one time. And it was when I was on KOOK in Billings, Montana in 1985. And the funniest thing about that departure was that I said I was going to Charlotte, South Carolina. I didn't know that Charlotte was in North Carolina. I didn't know. I just knew that I was bolting. I had to get out because I heard the calling. You got to be someplace and you got to be here. And this is where I need you to be. The universe talking to the broadcaster, because to each and every one of us, I don't care what you believe in, you're being called and pulled in a direction that is totally out of your control. Yeah, most people in broadcasting are thrown to the side and lost without any word shared. But Derek, he's getting the opportunity to say so long to this market. And you can see it in his eyes on the television set this morning. You can see it in his eyes. He's a tough guy. His laugh and sense of humor are a true connection to locating a very happy place. But at the same time, he had this way of saying, okay, we've laughed a lot, but we got to talk seriously here for a moment. And you would sit there and look at Derek and say, I get it. Because he's that guy. He's that guy on television that you trust. And he was that guy in radio that you did trust. The good news is that Derek is still growing inside the broadcast industry. A television station closer to his mother and family, which says a lot about the man. It says a lot. Because you know what? I didn't get to go home to Billings, Montana. I chose not to because I was always on the road, chasing the dream, hearing the calling. We tend to put that calling way ahead of what brought us to the party. And this is so inside, but I hope that Derek gets his biggest dream one day. And that is he's got the personality to host a game show. That's his dream, to be there on a game show every day with all the blue-haired ladies. And nowadays, since they're doing game shows during prime time, oh my God, wouldn't that be great if one day I turned on the television set and there was that kid who called me up one day from Wisconsin. Hey, I want to come and do radio in Charlotte. You do? How old are you? Okay, I'll go talk to the people that may be interested, but that's a long ways away from home, dude. I came from Montana. I know what the culture shock was like. Are you sure? Yeah, I really think I need to be in Charlotte. Okay, but you're like this punk kid. I know, but I know I'm supposed to be there. Okay. Wow. Okay, well, he's got the kind of personality that you're never going to forget. Look him up sometime. Derek James. Here's the thing. I'm never going to say goodbye. That's just not who I am. Because in my world, We're always a phone call, a text, an email, even a Zoom call away. But I'm proud of him. I'm proud of his dreams, his ambition, and the seeds that he planted to convince other people to step inside the world of broadcasting. Because it really is that kind of a place where, you know what? You knew what it was when you picked it up. And a lot of us will look at it and say, that's nothing. I'm Arrow, and that's what I was writing while the sun was waking up on a brilliant new day.